Hi YouTube. I'm back again with another video. The last video I did was called Flat Earth and Freemasonry. And I just wanted to do a part 2. And I'm a little bummed right now because I thought that I was recording myself the whole time and I expressed my heart and I just poured it out and found out that I wasn't recording at all. So I am attempting now to kind of repeat what I just said, even though I'm so frustrated right now, but it's going to be okay. But the last video that I did, Flat Earth and Freemasonry, I did not remember to add that the whole point of me introducing that book, Masonry Beyond the Light, was to show that it is clear that the Freemasons know perfectly well that the earth is flat, which is why they have the compass and square as their symbol. Whether the G stands for gravity, God, geometry, I've heard different things, but maybe it's a combination of all of those. But it's basically how they're using all those things to cover up the true God and make their own God. And they themselves actually want to be God because that is why they call themselves Masons. They're building this whole new world order and trying to hide God. And in the last video, well, the last attempt at a video, I did bring up 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 3, but I fear lest by any means, as the serpent beguiled Eve through his subtlety, so your minds should be corrupted from the simplicity that is in Christ. And the point of that, of me bringing that up, is because we are told not to be so simple-minded by relying on our God-given senses. When we see things, we see that the earth is flat. We've been in airplanes, we see that the earth is flat. We've never seen the curve. Those who say they have seen the curve, I say that, it may be more of a perspective issue going on. Well, it is a perspective issue, but we see it with our own eyes, that the earth is flat, and we have to trust that. We know that we are not spinning. We don't feel a spin. We don't see a spin. We do see that, clouds, of course, they move above us, but also we see the star trails, we see the sun and the moon. They are the ones that are actually above us, moving over a flat plane. So we just have to believe that and rely on that. And the reason that the Freemasons concocted this whole thing, obviously, was to hide the one true God. And they devised this scheme, just as, Satan beguiled Eve in the Garden of Eden by appealing to her ego, her pride, you will not die, you will be as a god. And so that is basically the same lie that is perpetuated today by turning our backs on the sun, S-O-N, and embracing the S-U-N as everything, the source of our strength. We will be dead without the sun, in this whole globe model. But of course, in the Bible, God created the earth, and then he created the sun for us on the earth. Later he created man, but the earth was created first, and the sun and the moon were created for the earth, and not the other way around. But the other thing was just the philosophy that we have today. In Colossians 2:8, it says, "Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the tradition of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after Christ." Goes back to how Satan likes to appeal to our vanity, our pride. And I was just thinking a great story about the emperor's new clothes. We know the story, excuse me, some indigestion going on, about how the two men tricked the king into, or the emperor, into believing that they were spinning these beautiful silk, garments for him to wear in the parade, and they were just so regal looking and made of the best or the most precious materials and fabrics. And of course, when they were done, and they were like, "Oh, look here, Emperor." And they were like, "Oh, but please don't tell us that you can't see these, the most exquisite, and just appealing to his ego." So he was put in a position where he felt he was put in a position where to say that he did not see them would mean, that he wasn't worthy to be the emperor. So of course he lied and said, "Oh yes, look at these beautiful clothes," and so they dressed him, and then he was able to walk in the parade. And of course no one saw the clothes, but they pretended. They just went along with the program because they did not want to be ridiculed and questioned. How can you not see these? These are the best garments. Only someone who really knows fashion can see these clothes. And it took a child to say, "Hey, the emperor has no clothes." And that's the way it is now. So if we are actually pointing, saying, "Hey, the earth isn't spinning, the earth is flat," people look at us like, okay, now our whole paradigm has shifted. What do we do now? It's like, and then, or we're just attacked. "You idiot." They call us stupid or paranoid, or, and my brother and I were talking, and he was telling me, he was like, saying goes, 3 people can keep a secret, 2 of them are dead. And I said, yes, that's true. It's hard to keep a secret, but then at the same time, I said that the other saying is, tell a lie big enough, no one will believe that it's a lie. I cannot remember who said it, but it's easier to lie to someone than to convince them that they've been lied to. So for 500 years or so, we have been lied to about the model of the earth that we live on. Freemasons decided to concoct this story. They wanted to veer us away from the truth, from the one God, the Creator, and basically tell us that we came from nothing and we're going no place fast. Yeah. I mean, and when you think about how this affects lives, just telling people you basically evolved from apes. You're an animal. You're an animal that came from nothing. You're going nowhere. No wonder there is no love among a lot of people. People who don't love themselves. They're like, well, I should just throw in the towel. What's the point of living? There is no optimistic thing. It's just you're here by chance. We're just a speck in this vast universe that's ever expanding. So that is the reason that it matters so much, and it makes me sad. It makes me so sad to realize, that people, they don't feel worthy. They don't feel like they mean anything. And God created us to inhabit this world that He designed for us to inhabit. I mean, He is right above us, looking down at us. We are it. We're the apple of His eye. And for people not to know that, it's really sad. And but that is what they want to take away. That's why it's so important to know the truth. Also, I mean, think about it just from just being lied to. I mean, just the principle of the matter, just the principle of being lied to every day. They will find a way to insert something in a commercial or a show or a movie about astronauts, moon landings, outer space. There's so many space movies. It's basically the indoctrination just continues every day. So that's a part of that big lie. So, you know, it's just perpetuated just to reinforce it. And so, of course, anyone who goes against the grain are going to be attacked in some way. But, you know, we have to just stand strong, just standing on the truth. The truth always prevails. And what's done in darkness and in secret always comes to light. So, yeah, the Freemasons, they definitely have a lot of secrets, but clearly the compass and the square means that they know that the earth is flat, but yet they are trying to deceive us because they are minions for Satan himself. So I would encourage everyone to just read the Bible, read the book that I referenced the last time, which I don't have right here beside me, but it's called Masonry Beyond the Light by William Schnoebelen. Very insightful about the world of Masonry, Freemasonry, how it's linked to witchcraft, the oaths they take, things like that. So anyone who is involved in it, I would tell you to do a little bit more, a lot more digging, investigation as to the history of Freemasonry and the whole model that they represent and believe in. So that will do it for this video. Once again, please give me your comments, your thoughts, like, subscribe, and share. Until the next time, thank you again.